Last week, we built this absolutely gorgeous overgrown sheep farm here in our hardcore Minecraft world, which has definitely inspired me for a full biome transformation. But in order to do that, we are definitely going to need a couple of farms to get all of the resources necessary to transform our entire biome here. One farm is going to involve transforming this cave here behind me, and the other farm involves the interior of this castle, which we definitely never finished. So of course we have the iron farm in this part, but we have a lot of space up above this area. So the next time you see me, we are going to have a moss farm built up, and yeah. I understand the concept behind moss farms in the sense that they need a stone generator and the moss and the bone meal and that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna need a tutorial to build this, so I will leave all of the info in the description below and you guys can check it out. Well, I told you the next time you see me I would have a moss farm made. I don't. Definitely do not. But as I've been looking here and trying to fit in the moss farm that I want to build in this area, I've realized it's not going to fit. So we're going to have to fit a different farm up here, but with all the kind of like corners and spacing and that kind of stuff. Despite the fact that I thought it would fit, that it would be big enough, it is not. So I'm thinking that we could build our moss farm right here and cover it with some type of building. I'm not sure what, because this was not in the plans today, but I do think that this is going to fit in this area so much better than trying to fit it into the castle. Okay, the first test run of this machine seems to be working. I don't have a storage system set up, so it keeps just shooting out these extra bits to me. But I think it's working, which is really nice. We got the moss happening down here. We've got the water system flushing it out every so often. Okay, it's easier to see in free cam. But yeah, so we got the trapdoors letting the water down, flushing out the system. And then as the water flows by and the items flow by, some are picked up into this hopper, which then produce more bone meal to hopefully make enough bone meal to make this self-sufficient. At least that's the hope, and I'm hoping that that's what's gonna happen. I do believe this is now fully working. I had made a mistake. I think it was my mistake, not the tutorial's mistake. But yeah, I needed to add one more wall, otherwise the items were getting caught up on the block that I had here at the end. But I mean, so far it looks like it works. We are getting a bunch of moss here down. We're not getting any of the others yet, but that's because I had very few azalea bushes in there to begin with. And we're getting more moss carpets as well, and should start getting some in here. And then this last one is for the bone meal. I made a moss farm, and I feel like every single time I make a moss farm, I choose a different one to make. So I actually kind of like this one. Now it's time that we figure out how to decorate this. The base of the build is complete. We have some lean-to and the square building. We also, on the roof here, I put in the diorite slabs, so it kind of looks like the roofs over here. Kind of just trying to match it a little bit, but it doesn't really have enough detail for me, so we're gonna work on that a little bit here. I want to cut down some more azalea trees so we can get some of the azalea bushes and really just make this feel a lot more overgrown, like we have our sheep barn right here. Well, hello there. I'm pretty sure that this is the first woodland mansion that we've come across here in our world. And I'm just out because I'm trying to find some sunflowers. And I just looked around the corner, and what should we see? a giant woodland mansion. At some point, we'll need to come and actually, you know, explore that, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. Also, this certainly doesn't feel like it's in a dark oak. There's a lot of birch wood here. Oh boy. It looks like I haven't been anywhere out here because there's a mangrove swamp, which is definitely the first mangrove swamp that I have seen in this world. So we're gonna head over here because I think I have space in my inventory, and we're gonna grab some mud. It'd be really nice to build with some mud. 6 stacks of mud and some muddy mangrove roots. You know what? It's a start. I have no plans for using it anytime soon, but I kind of like having it around. Well, the trip was a little bit of a bust in terms of finding sunflowers, but you know, we do have a lot of roses up here, so maybe we just continue using that. What I'm thinking is I want to fill this whole front yard with flowers and actually make a bit of a garden from it. However, if I go into free cam here and look, we have the cliff down here, which I really love. But I'm feeling like we need one up here as well to kind of finish it off and make it look a little bit better. Okay, I think I like this. Obviously, we need to do like the texturing that we did down here with the tuff and the andesite. But I have done a little bit of texturing down here. So we got ourselves the andesite and the tuff and of course, you know, a little bit of moss here and there. And I do like it. I think it's definitely what it needed. We're gonna have to add a few more leaves here and like over the side. But first I want to put in the actual flowers, kind of get the garden pieces made up. I am loving this so far. We are just running out of bone meal, so we're just gonna wait for a minute. But I do wanna put in the lovely beehive. There should be bees in there. I promise you there should be bees. Yep, I hear bees. Definitely hear them. They're just not coming out for unknown reasons. Because it's raining. This is why they don't want to come out. Okay then. So yeah, you'll see like the smokestack through them. But if we ever need honey, we'll have at least a starter until the bees disappear. Because, well, bees have a tendency to just fly away randomly and not come back. So we'll see how long this actually survives full of bees. You know, when I first built that building, all of this was in survival and I was kind of like, do I really like it? It seems super plain, but now we actually added on like this lean-to here in the front with like the storage and the leaves all covering it. And of course this flower garden in the front. Love it so much better. And I think it turned out really nicely. Let's just step back here and do our free cam thing just to be able to see it a little bit better. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so pretty. I really love it. And the cliffside, I think, just helps a lot to kind of differentiate the couple of areas and just give that nice sloping area to the flowers. But for now, I think it is time to go on to the next farm that I wanted to make. What I would like to do here in this cave is to clear out all of the dirt and the grass, leave it all cleared out with stone, texture it up, fill in the holes, make it actually feel like a cave, and this will be where I cut down our mushrooms. And it should work out really nicely because, well, it's going to be dark and enclosed, so even if I didn't have pod soil, I could still grow the mushrooms. They won't grow too tall because of the top of the cave, and I think it'll just work out really nice for a decoration around the farm. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. So far, we have been super productive today. Step number 1 in making this cave a cozy place for our mushroom farm is clearing up all of these holes. Okay, this is starting to look better. Now for step number 2, where we're going to clear out all of this dirt. Okay, so this is starting to look better. Definitely full of stone. Obviously, we still need to do all of the texturing for the walls and the like, but it's starting to actually look like a fully enclosed cave. However, I'm a little bit torn here because we have the dirt rising up in this area, and I need the stone to gradually kind of move into the dirt. So far, this is looking amazing. I love the overgrown feel, and of course we got a beautiful little pond there in the back and a cute little geode here on the side, and I think it's gonna work perfectly for what we want. But there's a couple more things I need to do. First off, I definitely do not want the torches around. They're needed for, you know, like to prevent spawning at this moment, but I want to add in maybe a few lanterns on some fence posts or something along the side. I don't know, we have to figure something out. I would also like to do a couple of tiny mushroom trees, which means we're gonna have to grow a few mushrooms because I don't have any red mushroom block. But first, I want to add in a little bit more texturing with a little bit of coarse dirt. And now let's figure out some light situation. How would I do this? I think I'm just gonna have to place blocks and see what happens. But basically just have a bit of a crawling fence here maybe. Then you have the lantern right there, and then maybe we put one up higher. Actually, I kind of like that. I'm going to continue adding in a few more details here and try and get it look really nice and get a platform there in the center for us to actually grow our mushrooms, and then we can start building a few custom mushroom trees. I added a couple of more fancy things as I decided to go and get some pickles, some sea pickles here to light up the area a bit. And as I was traveling, I did come across a lush cave, which meant we got some glowberries and a lovely, what are those things called? I've forgotten now, but you know, those pretty flowers with all the particles. So yeah, and a few little roots here and there, and I think this place is looking so adorable. Oh my goodness, the stupid pillagers, they come back here all the time. Of course, you're all following me, I understand that. Excuse me, sirs? Ow! That's 4 hearts of damage. I'm not dying to pillagers. Goodness. I'm fine. Everything's fine. They were not welcome here, and I showed them why they weren't. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. I totally thought I had mushrooms here. If that's the case, it means we need to go find some mushrooms, and I'm trying to think without like traveling all over to the forest over there, the dark oak forest. I'm kind of wondering if our nether has. You know what? I'm gonna test it. I'm just gonna go see if there's a brown mushroom there or even a red one, because honestly, we need red mushrooms. We also really need to fancy this thing up. It's not the prettiest right now. There is a bad dude in here. This is what I was afraid of. He disappeared the other day. And I was unsure of what happened to him. Look, man, you are quite the painful person here. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem for a later date, Callie. Yep, Right now, all we need is mushrooms. Please, brown mushrooms. Red ones, preferably. Wait, it told me voluntary exile. But guys, I don't have the thing on my screen. So now I'm super confused. There's red ones right there. But it requires me to, well, first off, you know, deal with those guys. And second off, tower across lava. Oh, this is such an idiotic idea. What am I doing? Run! Like you've never run before. Get out of here. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. What am I doing? Okay. Mushrooms. We like mushrooms. Red mushrooms. Beautiful. Okay, well, this was a lot more of an adventure than I had planned today. Yep. Almost kept jumping. Cool, cool beans. But we now have mushrooms, which is absolutely perfect. Okay, let's test this. We got some bone meal. So we can place our mushroom there. And bone meal. Thank you. Okay, that's adorable. Like, obviously, some of them are going to go higher, but... Oh, I really like that. Now, we don't have Silk Touch on our diamond axe, which does mean we're going to be doing it the slow way, unfortunately. But I do want a few of these because I would like to make some of those small mushroom trees kind of back there in the corner and stuff. I don't know. I think it could just look really cute. Oh my goodness, adding in these mushroom trees makes this look adorable. I love it. I love it so much. I'm kind of wondering if like another mushroom tree up top there could work out all right. So what I'm thinking is we'll do mushroom blocks here and then maybe something like a so. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I really love that. And if we just grow ourselves a mushroom right here for the final decoration piece. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. I really like that. But this is a good kind of gauge to show you guys what I want for the rest of the biome around here. You see, it's super beautiful, super overgrown, but with the red mushrooms, it just gives it that fairy vibe that I absolutely love. Oh my goodness, we have been so very productive today and gotten a lot of the farms necessary to build up the rest of the terraforming around here. However, I do know that our video is super long right now, so I do think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you really enjoyed today's video. What would you like to see me build in next video from the hardcore world? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.